Okay, I will repeat the question. What about Zoom and the land use boards and all the various committees in the township, including the township committee? As a land use attorney, I hate Zoom on planning board and zoning board. I don't think it works. We had to do it during the pandemic and it was a nightmare. So I do agree that Zoom is tough for planning and zoning board, but live streaming should always be done for planning and zoning. Why not? Having people ask questions on Zoom is tough with planning and zoning because you can't see the plans. It's very difficult. It was near impossible to do. We were approving big applications during the pandemic, and I was so uncomfortable having to do that. But we had no other choice because we couldn't be in the room. But in terms of township committee meetings, they should always be on Zoom. Always. Bedminster Township. I appeared in Bedminster Township one time. I was just making a presentation. It was very simple. It was quick. The only person on Zoom that night was basically their assistant tax assessor, I think. So the person that works for the town. So not one member of the public was on Zoom, and yet they offer Zoom every single time. Because just in case something happens, you might have 20 residents if there's a topic of interest. You might have 100. So why wouldn't you offer that? Especially when you buy the subscription and you buy it for the year. Just give it to the people. I don't understand why it's so difficult.
And your question is towards transparency. Do we want more citizens involved and aware or not? And our preference, and I think yours is as well, the more involvement, the better. All of us have busy lives. You may not be able to get there on that third Tuesday at 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
but you can watch it that night at 9 o'clock or some other day. And we would like to be able to give that opportunity to the public.
And of course for the boards also, just to harp on that for a second, those things should be recorded. They should just be recorded and put on the website just like township committee meetings. Why not? Why can't we just watch a planning board meeting anytime we want? Right now, what happens is you have to go to the planning board secretary and ask her for the recording. You have to literally go and ask. And there have been people who have asked for the recording and they were told you have to make an OPRA request. So a request under the Open Public Records Act just to get yes, to get a recording of a planning board meeting of the and just the audio. There's no video. So, people are talking. You have no idea who's saying what. It's so hard to follow.